Okay, we're back. We're back on that.
Do you need her?
No,
She said she needs to.
Yeah, she can. Thank you so much, sister.
Thank you, Miss Sims.
We back.
Your sister, can we get you over here?
We
got
want to
some-
thank Miss Sims for coming, giving her
Absolutely.
input on her situation, what's going on here at the David J. Hoggard family community. And now we have,
My name is Tyra Miller.
What's going on, Tyra?
Okay. Where I'm coming from is this. First of all, I believe that Global needs to take accountability. They haven't said one time, sorry, you guys, for going through this, sorry for the mistake, sorry for the bump in the road, anything. This happened to us as a community.
Facts.
So where is the letter of accountability? Because she didn't walk off with anything, she had to walk off with something. Okay, second of all, why did we have to file a police report with Metro and not up under Global? Global doesn't have an LLC, they don't have insurance, bonders, they don't have they don't have anything that our names could have been added up under there too?
Because we were all wrong.
Why did we have to fill out a police report on Sherry to stay? That was not right. Okay, now the third part, I feel like this. Black and white is black and white. You mean to tell me in 2 years, nobody checked her work performance, work ethic? No, there was an accountant, there was an assistant manager, there was no one to check this woman's work performance, period, for 2 years? That does not make sense. Everyone was not complicit at all. Okay.
Wait a minute. Now, when you speak of complicity, Sherry has a husband, boyfriend that still works for Global. So you're saying Global wasn't complicit. However, the tenants were complicit, and we have to move. We're getting evictions on our. But Sherry's husband was not complicit. He still worked for Global.
That's not fair.
That makes sense. No sense to me.
No.
However, we see there was a young lady, LaKeisha, I believe her name is,
Yes.
which was Sherry's assistant. Now, Miss LeGrand stated that Keisha was a disgruntled employee, ex-employee, because she was fired after the issue. However, I have printed out receipts from Keisha talking to Miss LeGrand, telling her that she's an assistant manager and Sherry changed the locks on the file cabinets on the door and she didn't have access to it. And she contacted Dora. This was May 16th.
I'm glad you said that about the files, because when I went October 3rd to pay my rent, I never had a renter's cafe. I never had a portal. The only piece of paper that was in my folder was my mother's emergency contact. The one piece of paper.
So where's your file?
Exactly. Where's my award letter? Where's my child's social security, birth certificate, all the things I gave to Sherry to rent the apartment. So where's that information? Because that could be used as a profile. You understand? That's not fair. And then Dora is just, either you file a police report or get out. That's unjust.
Well, in the state, how people, they run business, they do different things, and it's sad that if something happens, what you have to do in order to get out of trouble, and even you're not even in the trouble, but so they said, go talk to the police to file a police report.
Yes.
Now you got to go through that, get an attorney, you got to go through all of the legal procedures before anything is being handled. And that's the sad part about it, because she also was saying, Miss Dora said, when you paid your rent towards the Cash App, the name of the Cash App was Tasty Cookie or something like that. So that was one of the things that she had a major problem with when she was on the show. So she talked about that.
I didn't use food stamps or PayPal.
Right. The issue, Mike, I want to say something about that, because the issue that we're having is there were I'm an advocate for the tenants. Everybody knows it. Anybody that knows Brandy know I'm an advocate. Regardless to right, wrong, I'm gonna stand on what's right, regardless. Right. Now, what we will say is there were tenants that were complicit. However, the complicit tenants have been put on payment arrangements and able to stay.
Yes.
Now, I advise every tenant that I've encountered to put in the police report, because we're gonna go by the book.
Absolutely.
This is true. However, when you encounter your agent telling us, first off, no one's answering the phone. I call Miss LeGrand to corporate. The corporate number was placed on the door. I called Miss LeGrand October 8th to pay rent. Mind you, my rent was late, but I called to pay rent. And honestly, this was for November rent. This is for November. I'm paid up to October.
Right.
I called to pay for November rent, October 8th. Miss LeGrand, can you give me a call back? I'm calling to pay rent. Or just tell me where I need to call to pay. There's a nasty lady in the office that no one wants to deal with. She's locking doors on people. We can't check our mail. We didn't receive any food services, supplements this month. There's people that receive checks, and it's against the law. She just locked up the door. So that means no mail. That means she's not corresponding with anyone. It's nasty. On top of the fact that you guys aren't responding to anyone's emails or texts or phone calls in corporate.
So they're not responding to y'all? And we're gonna take a break and we're gonna come right back and we're gonna talk about how they're not responding to the phone calls.
So we'll take a brief
Now
break.
And look out for one another. The Vague Ringtone. Get yours. TheVagueRingtone.club. It's more than a brand. It's a way of life. In the world today, we experience.
Yo, we back on the Vague Show, and we talking about.
You didn't bring it up.
Go ahead and explain to what you was about to say about.
Okay, so the fact that corporate has they do things like, she said, the first statement from Miss LeGrand's mouth was, we're not in this business to hurt anyone. We're here to help. Honestly, when you come with business, there's a lot of people you're gonna rub the wrong way. However, we have in 5 years, there's an issue, a lawsuit from every tenant, every employee, because of how you deal with people. There's no compassion whatsoever.
At all.
Now,
No
with this
empathy.
situation, no one has ever contacted us yet. Now we know from word of mouth and others.
Gossip, yes.
We know that this lady walked off with modems, 2 modems to be exact.
The files in the office.
The files in the office are missing. We have yet to be notified of our
So explain to the people that are uneducated what the modem is.
Okay, so
Explain
a
to the people
computer
what the
modem.
is.
That we would pay on.
Now,
correct?
being that this is tax credit, they're supposed to keep it under 2 locks for at least 7 years. Meaning a file cabinet with the lock behind a closed door lock. Now, our information has been compromised, and that means previous tenants from 7 years ago that they lived here and moved, on top of the tenants that are currently here, on top of the tenants that put in applications here to be placed on the wait list,
Yes.
that has yet to move in. This lady has our information, our children's information, and corporate has yet to correspond with us and tell us that our information has been compromised. Now, you want us to put in a police report. You want us to find somewhere to go. You want us to repay a payment that this lady ran off with, and you guys have no type of compassion for what we're going through.
At all.
Now, for people that deal with low income, and this is a compassionate part of business.
Right.
For you guys not to reach out or say anything, but y'all want y'all money that we already paid, that's beyond me.
It's the holidays, and the nation we're already going through enough. It's enough to go through.
So the last thing that should be stated is we do this to help people, because you're not helping anyone. You're hurting us, honestly.
Exactly.
And honestly, for those of us that weren't complicit, for those of us that have lease agreements that were here before the mess, for those that have receipts of paying their rent the right way, she ran off with that. It wasn't just the people that were complicit. It was those that have actual receipts. I have actual receipts.
Right.
I don't trust Global.
As well.
I have actual receipts, and I still got an eviction notice. Now you told Mr. Elliott that do the math, $4,000. So how many months is $7,700?
Oh wait, I had 3,000, went to 10,000. Then I lived here for 2 years. She told me that I was a squatter for 2 years with a 14-year-old. How? And I moved from apartment from 162 to 238. How am I a squatter? How?
Now, mind you, we have a tenant that was in 206. The tenant that was in 206 did not pay her rent, or she paid her rent with fraudulent documents. I'm not sure what the situation was, because, of course, people aren't going to be, when they're complicit, they don't be 100%. So
Right.
I don't know the situation exactly, but I will say this tenant was moved from 1 unit to 2 other units with the help of Sherry. This tenant was evicted from 1 unit and then evicted from another unit. with the help of Sherry. This tenant was also paying under the table. So, but this tenant is also on a payment. She ain't got to move. But it was not complete.
Whatever. When Sherry left, I would have left.
Right.
I wouldn't have stuck around for this because I know that I'm in the wrong. And I just feel that they are complete. That she don't have no empathy for us. Nothing. It wasn't even a letterhead on the door. Well, we have had an embezzlement issue. We have had someone take a loss. That, as a community, David Hoggard attention we have had.
It's
nothing.
It's honestly sad.
But eviction notices.
Right.
And that's wrong.
It's sad because that honestly my issue isn't with Frank and the fact that CDPCN has such a bad name, helping hand. There's a lot of low income, but CDPCN has a bad taste in everybody's mouth and it's not Frank. It's his work. You know what I mean? It's not Frank. And my issue ain't with Frank. My issue is with the wrongdoing of the company. Right. And you know what I mean? Like it's terrible that.
Some people share it on Facebook.
I wouldn't be an advocate and be on the front line if I knew I was under the I wouldn't have did it.
Knowing that they have our banking information, all of our information and everything, and it's just no explanation.
But you guys,
I don't even know what's on me now. I don't even know what's on my, if I go apply for another apartment, what is on me? What's
that's the issue right there.
To be a squatter for 2 years, I will never get an apartment in Nevada. You get what I'm saying? A squatter, she had to remove me through an eviction. Could you come on? That's unreal.
You guys
unreal.
Not working with the people that were wrong, not doing what's right, we have a tenant up here that received a stay to the 8th. They granted lockout at court. After the lockout was granted, she went back to court and requested a stay so she could stay for 7 days. Miss Wynn. After they granted this lady to the 8th.
Excuse me, what unit was that? Do you remember the unit?
I don't. I know her name, Shaughnessy Wynn. I have it. 231. Miss Wynn went to the court after they were granted the eviction and requested a stay for a few days so her and her 2-year-old grandson could find somewhere to stay. Mm-hmm. They gave her an extension till November 8th. Turn around the next day, constables and the maintenance man still locked this lady out.
Isn't that illegal?
Sad.
Yes, it's illegal. Absolutely. So my question is, how are they above the law? How are they above the law? You guys, the Nevada revised statute, the 1.4, when you pay to an agent, the issue was with the agent, not the tenants. I have rent receipts, and it's a Nevada revised statute. How are you guys above the law? I understand what type of seat chairman y'all are and sit on what type of documents, but however, how are y'all above the law? The judge grant this lady a motion to stay to the 8th, and y'all still come put her out. Change locks.
They don't care. They don't care. Period. That's it.
Y'all not caring isn't my issue. The fact that y'all above the law is my issue. Like
it's the holidays and all of this is going on.
That's not their issue. They at home living good on our money.
I'm displaced. So like I say, it's like, I just hope and pray that one day Miss LeGrand.
Oh.
That's all I ask. That's all I ask. For it to come on. That's it. That's all. For her to be displaced.
You know what? I dealt with a. Here go one right here too. You can post mine.
If you can see that amount right there, you just put it right there.
Make sure it's clear, Mike. You zoom it back. On it back, because you got it so close you can't see it.
So we're trying to show y'all the balance.
That Ms. LeGrand stated this
I'm
was
pretty
a
sure
few
they can see
months. How is that?
Yeah,
a few
I
months?
can see it right there. It looks really good. Okay. So we're gonna.
We're going to have other individuals who want to express their situation. Ms. Parker?
Miss Keisha, you want to talk?
Yes. She going to talk. They're going to come back.
She could come over here with her.
No, wait, let them go.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, yeah. Exactly.
Oh, she don't. Right. You don't want to say that.
If you need me, you know I'm wherever you need.
Because you know how to answer. You know
Come on.
Yeah.
have Miss Parker.
Yes.
Right, you got the mic.
She got it.
Okay, good. Tell me what's going on with you, Miss Parker.
Well, I got an eviction notice on the October the 30th, 2025. And the thing is that they said that I owe $7,837.80. How do you stay in an apartment without being evicted all this time? And then they still on me? That's out of line.
So say that one more time. Repeat that number more loudly, more clearly.
$7,837.80.
And yours was also
$7,720.80. Where's the 80 cents coming from?
Exactly. But you know, and I'm still in an apartment. How do you stand in an apartment for 7 months without being evicted?
You know, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
My thing is, now you guys speak of complicity. You got senior citizens, even blind, elderly people out here going through the same situation. You mean to tell me all of us were complicit? The elderly, the blind, come on now. Now some things, y'all, right is right and wrong is wrong. Now something ain't adding up. If everybody's saying the same thing, if it walk like a duck and quack like a duck, it gotta be a duck. I'm just saying. They trying to tell these tenants to calm down if they shut this dog up. That dog too big to be over here. I'm about to get
So we logged in here on the Vague Show right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we are talking to the tenants, and they're giving their input on what took place in their situation. And my sister right here, what's your name again?
I'm Miss Parker.
Miss Parker. Miss Parker.
Miss
Hey,
Parker,
Miss Parker.
Okay, there, y'all, come on.
not only are they giving their inputs, but they're letting you know how they've been suffering under this regime. Again, no one has nothing against Frank. He hires company to take care of business, so he don't have to go through all this.
right.
Okay, so now, what are we supposed
Put that out there.
What are we supposed to do about this $7,837.80? How do you stand in an apartment for 7 months and they just not giving me an eviction notice October the 30th, 2025? How does that happen? They don't do nothing. The maintenance man, they overloaded. They got too much to do. You know, the floors in the apartment is cracked up and cutting your feet and all of that. Toilets are messed up.
Now, y'all, I'm a single parent. I have 5 children in home. I replaced the toilet, like lifted the toilet, had to put the rubber back around it, had to seal it. I replaced 2 shower heads. I replaced my garbage disposal. My son had to go over here and to the office and pick up the dishwasher for me because they said the maintenance that was on duty couldn't lift the dishwasher. I didn't have the use of an oven for over a year. Instead of getting a new oven, they told me to call Southwest Gas and make sure the leak wasn't on the gas company issue, just to pass the buck to somebody else. So me and my children went without. They called the gas company and said that there was a leak. So the gas company came in and locked the thing, said that until they have access to my unit. Me and my kids went without hot water or gas, anything for about 6 months. Like when I say the living condition is the primary issue. However, when someone out here with their children with nowhere to go, you pay where you stay. We're not confused about that. We're not confused about paying where we stay. The conditions we've been spoke out about as a community. There's not one above the other. We have a tenant around here that they refused to do anything in her unit because she used to grant gifts of monetary supplements when they did, and one of the maintenance man said he wasn't going to her unit no more because she wasn't no longer giving him tips. Y'all, it's just not right.
Now listen, Miss Parker.
Yeah.
You have anything last words you want to say?
You know what? I just want things to be right because if they're going to give me a 30-day after 7 months, $7,000, that just don't make sense. You know, do that make any sense? After a month or two, seem like they would evict you, but $7,000, some people owe $12,000. a whole year. But other than anything else I have to say, I just think
we appreciate your input. We appreciate your honesty and sincerity on what's going on in this situation. As Dora LeGrand said, we want to get to the truth, and we're going to get to the truth. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Next
God
call.
bless.
Now, Keisha, I want you and Brandy to be together because I got a few questions. Just both of y'all. Then we're going to get you and Keisha. Because both of y'all work for the company. So let me get this right. So,
Red Bull.
Keisha, introduce yourself, please.
Hi, my name is Lakeisha Stevenson.
Okay.
Go around.
Just give me one. We're going to get, Brandy want to take a Red Bull. She want to get her wings real quick.
Don't say it all loud.
All right.
Just go ahead and introduce yourself, Keisha,
No,
and
it ain't no
just kind of start talking about why you're here.
Hi, my name is Lakeisha Stevenson. I'm here because she said that I was upset because they fired me. I was not upset that they fired me. I actually was thankful that they hired me because I've never been a manager before, and the stuff that I've learned through this company, I was actually happy for learning it. But the stuff that comes along with it is sad. You know, these people are suffering, and it's not right. It's not being fair. And if I'm what you want to call, if I have to stand up for someone, then I'm going to stand up for them. Just like Dora LeGrand says, these are like our grandparents. These are like our family. So if they're our family, why would we want to do what's right for our family?
I mean, this is really beautiful. This is really significant, and important, because both of you guys worked for this company before.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
You
so-
guys don't want to hear what I endured.
No, we're not saying that. So you guys know the protocol, the procedures of evictions and all that stuff. There's no doubt else they wouldn't have hired you. So when you go past, after the first, when you go past that 6th day, they serve you with a notice for 7 days
Correct.
to pay or quit.
Correct.
Correct.
Which is on day 7.
Which
Which
is on day
seven,
7. So
yes.
once you can't even talk to nobody or do nothing until
We'll talk in court.
You can't even go to court until you get served
Correct.
with the eviction after the 7th day.
Correct.
Okay, so once you get served with the eviction after the 7th day, then you can go to court, and that's when you can dispute your side of the case.
Correct.
Or whatever.
Yes.
So this is what I want to know. This happens immediately, especially.
Correct.
So how is an individual able to go for years? I know someone right now who's been here for almost 10 years, and now they're saying they owe $5,000. They never pay, Sherry. So what about all those new leases that individual
Correct.
renewed? Where was the money that was owed at that point? So I just wanted to bring that out to make sure that we was correct in the process of the eviction process. There's no way no one should be able to go for 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. That's negligence on the company. Am I correct?
That's
Yes.
that's correct.
That's correct.
So again, so when we stay, when Miss LeGrand, basically, honestly, I don't want to use the statement, but it's the truth. They're passing the buck.
All that other stuff in the beginning, we didn't get it.
The negligence didn't come from us. The
That's how much time
negligence
we got
came
up.
from the company. I mean,
That's how much time we got.
the
Remember when I
regional
switched it?
regional manager, I believe,
still got
is
it on the
Miss
camera. Remember when
LeGrand.
I switched it?
How did you allow a
thing
property
wasn't
manager
working.
go
That thing wasn't
untouched,
working.
unscathed, unlooked over for so long? This goes back to $7,000. So when was the last accountant? You guys have an accountant and you guys have a regional manager that oversees the bank. So at what point did it start looking? At what point did it start looking a little leery if people are behind $7,800, $12,000? So the accountant wasn't doing their job, or the regional manager wasn't doing her job. But at some point, it's some type of accountability should be taken by global.
Yes.
There's no way that people should be able to squat for years without anyone knowing. So at what point are you guys going to hold up to the fact that you guys are also at fault? Our information has been compromised. That's on global. We trusted this company to protect our information. They did not. They didn't even notify us that our information has been compromised still to this day. She's been gone 2 months ago.
So look at this. I have a tenant that says for 2 years nobody checked the work, Ms. LeGrand, but they want us to pay back
Correct.
4 years of rent.
This,
So where was the accounting for that whole
so you
period?
guys, again, you guys have an account manager. So accounting works with the bank. Ms. LeGrand oversees the property managers because she's the regional manager. So at what point is global? How is not? They're not. Yeah, she's the asset manager. Excuse me. She's not the regional manager. That's not the name title no more. She's not. She's the asset manager. But the property manager also gets looked over. They get reviews. So 7 months, 8 months, a year.
So listen to this. So we all know, kind of from what's been going around, and you know, we here in this community, we know that people was moving into people units who legitimately were leaving.
Correct.
But they still was acting like they were there when they moved somebody else in. So somebody,
Let me tell you.
explain how the situation
Listen,
right
listen.
there. Yeah.
I'm gonna get even deeper than that.
Okay, bet.
Now this is where I say some were complicit. There was tenants that were moving out, and we had a walkthrough from corporate, and there were tenants in the units, and Sherry would come and say, "You say this name, cause this who's supposed to stay here." Just came up to me, just found this out recently. So, like I said, when Ms. LeGrand says complicit, absolutely, I could count about 8 that were complicit.
So, Miss Keisha, how many units? Because it's like when you, and we're gonna talk to the young lady when you discovered the situation. How many units that you think was being compromised based upon approximately, not knowing that you know for sure, but based upon your knowledge? Like,
Go ahead, so I can tell the number for real.
I'd say I know about 5.
and they were living in people units. We ghost units, but they was living in people units under old tenants' leases.
Yes, I just found that out. Yes.
They weren't even the lease that belonged to. Go ahead, sister.
including global employees. Let's be honest.
Yes,
We're gonna be honest. We're gonna be honest.
And we do know that.
Let's be honest, including global employees.
Okay.
So when you speak complicit, whether it's an agent of globals that's doing the tenants, some of them were through your agent. But some of us were innocent and still getting. Like I said, the complicit ones are the ones you're working with. That says a lot about you. The complicit ones are the ones that are being put on payment arrangement.
So listen, Brandy, let this sister sit with Keisha real
Come
quick,
on.
because they gotta.
Because I'm
get through
burning.
your whole-
You want to take that paper up there with you?
Bobby's
Yeah,
burning.
Here you go. You want to take this?
Okay. So we're gonna jump into a break real fast, real quick.
The Vague Ringtone. Get yours. TheVagueRingtone.club. It's more than a brand. It's a way of life. In the world today, we have experienced how to survive in America. This life, we're all we got. The Vague Ringtone. People who wear this brand are people who care about human life. The ones who wear this brand look out for one another. The Vague Ringtone. Get yours. TheVagueRingtone.club. It's more than a brand. It's a way of life. In the world today, we have experienced how to survive in America. This life, we're all we got. The Vague Ringtone. People who wear this brand are people who care about human life. The ones who wear this brand look out for one another. The Vague Ringtone. Get yours. TheVagueRingtone.club. It's more than a brand. It's a way of life. In the world today, we have experienced how to survive in America. This life, we're all we got.
This is I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. This I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. Meet me on 15th and Fremont at the market. Fish with the shrimp and the fries, can't find no parking. City of the bright lights is different after dark here. Take you to Container Park, maybe we can start there. Love for a city, I can swear I found my heart in. Raised in the desert, so the park was like the beach. Lorenzi on Sunday, grandma barbecued on weekends. Shopping in the Rancho was just a swap meet kid. I feel Vegas when I pass.
We back with Miss Keisha
And Miss Miller?
and Miss Miller, and they finna carry on the activity about the scam in the David Hoggard complex. So they finna really give it to y'all what's going on. They in the sun too, so y'all gotta respect that because I know they tired of being in that sun. But let's go ahead and complete it.
Okay. Keisha?
Well, this is Miss Miller. Dora told me I didn't know my job. So this is one of my clients that I had to do the job for. One of the tenants that I had to do the job for. It was one of the corrections that she sent me was for Tierra Miller. So I had to figure out where did she stay at. On her paperwork, it says that she stayed at 162. So I went everywhere looking for her. I didn't know where she was at because she wasn't
what
in
about her?
162. So then I thought about it, and I was like, I think I know who Tierra is. So I go up to here to 238. I take her papers. I said, well, I have to sit here and I have to do a lease agreement on you. I said, because they're telling me that you have to pay 1.5 times rent to move in. So she's like, well, why do I have to pay that to move in when I've already been living here? Right. I said, well, I don't see that you're living here. I don't have a foul on you for living here. She said, yes. So then she replied
that I was leaving at that time. I said that I was going to go ahead and leave.
Your rent.
Oh, as far as my rent, I would pay my rent 4 months at a time, usually because I had received my Social Security. They granted my Social Security and gave me a lump sum, so I would pay my rent 4 months at a time. The apartment that I was in, for some strange reason, Keisha, I'm not lying here, I'm washing dishes in the tub.
Yes.
I didn't have heat. I didn't have a stove for 56 days in the first unit. The second unit, I didn't have a working stove for 5 months. I just decided I couldn't take anymore. This is beyond. As Mr. Graham would say, every time I put an eviction notice on your door, you want to call someone, you want to call code, you want to this, you want to that. No, these are things that have been going on for the longest. We have one maintenance man, and I think he's out for retirement now. As everyone knows, Mr. James, I'm sorry I'm saying names, could not lift or do or this or that. You know, it was a lot of things. Like I said, as far as myself with Dora, I just feel like this. You know, 2 years, you want to put me as a squatter with a child, knowing that I was fighting a case coming here. I was already in the system with the law. So what would make me want to break the law? You get what I'm saying? I have a parole and probation officer. What would make me want to do that? I just feel that Global needs to take accountability. Our children's information is something that as parents, I don't want my child to have a light bill in Atlanta or a light bill in Ohio. I don't want my baby's information compromised before she is even given a chance to start, you know, her credit score or credit or anything. That's not fair, just because I was trying to provide a place to stay. So like I said, I just feel that Ms. LeGrand might need to look into this and might need to get some empathy for the community. This is affecting all of us.
She say take your heart out of it.
Well, she needs to put her heart into it
because it's business for her, but it's personal for us.
It is, and like I said,
it's 100 doors that it's personal for.
And like I said, now I'm displaced. I left here. You know, the struggle of, once again, you didn't do something right. No, Mom, no, Dad, it's not my fault. It's not that I can't get it together. It's not that I can't apply, copy, and paste or pay rent. It's not that, Mom. It's that the lady ran off. That is unfair. My daughter's saying to me, Mom, the projects were better than this. Mom, at least
I have to say this. I have to say this. She says that.
She did. My baby said that.
So this what Ms. Doro said, that you pay rent and you never paid rent that way. So you paid it in a way that you shouldn't have paid it. Whoever did it, the ones that did it, that they shouldn't have done that because they should have knew better. That's what she said.
Listen.
Yeah, that's her main thing.
Let me see. Okay. I'm going to say this. I agree. I'm 40. I agree.
I agree.
However, they're children. This is their first apartment. Feel like, oh, she had their back and she was doing something for her. Like I said, I work at a psychiatrist's office. I work Monday through Friday,
We gonna need
8 to
one after
5. So I work the same hours they work. So if I call and they don't answer the phone, never answer the office phone, I have her personal number because I used to work with her, and I call like, what's going on? I'm calling to pay my rent, and she say, well, send it. You know the system down. Send it this way, and you can. I'll put your notice on your receipt on your door. I got a receipt for every month. So yes, I was one of the ones that paid me thinking she had my back, and I was gonna send it to her Cash App, and she was gonna pay my rent. But I received a receipt. Was my confirmation. I have a receipt from Global. That was my confirmation. So a lot of us wasn't negligent. I'm not special, simple or slow. But when you feel like somebody has your back and they plot on that, they prey on that, you know what I mean? That's
right.
what we're going. I'm
Your
not gullible.
foundation, Your foundation.
I'm not
is being
gullible.
shook.
So
Your
she's saying, oh
But
well.
there are people in the world that are gullible. There are people that
They're children that don't know no
there's
better.
people that never have any experience any of that.
This is three of them first apartment.
And
I
most
want
of
to
all
show- I want
you know, you got a person that's gonna jump down somebody's throat. You got the predator, and they peep people out. They seek them out, and they say, "This is the person that I know I can get away with this with."
Right, the senior citizen that's blind. You're absolutely right. The woman that works too much, that ain't never. You're absolutely right. Now, like I said, why would I think it was anything else other than what she said was when I have a receipt to prove my payment every month.
I went to legal aid, and I have it here on my phone. May 24. I state certified a letter to management. It does have an NRS code behind it because I didn't have a stove. I went to legal aid and told them 56 days no stove. So they told me, Tyra, you must go to legal aid and certify to your management. You need a copy of your lease.
Proof.
I asked for that, state certified it to her, so it would show that I'm eligible for a stove. Nobody ever replied to legal aid, never had a mailbox key, nothing ever happened.
Well, I want to go back. I want to go back to something. I want to go back to something.
the paper here.
So right now, have y'all been notified that there was a scam going on? Have they sent y'all a letter and said there's a scam going on, taking people's money?
No, everything is
accept
word of
anything?
mouth, gossip.
No. We have the purple. There was a purple letter. The purple letter stated that purple letter came October.
October what?
You want me to go get it?
Please.
Because I left October 10th.
There was a purple notice placed on our door, stating that some of us were paying Cash App, Zelle, and they don't accept these type of payments moving forward.
So the payment and stuff
everything
started.
before
When
this.
do y'all got the time and date that the payment started with the lady?
She's been here for over a year.
So how long has she been doing?
That
accepting
we
the
don't
payment?
know.
Okay.
That we don't know.
And I don't believe Miss LeGrand knows how much she has been gotten for it. But what she needs to understand is we are victims just like she
You're
is a victim.
Right.
You know, why can't you see that this is affecting us? Your food stamps, you don't have a stove, you can't cook. Okay, by law, your food stamps. How are you cooking, ma'am? What are you doing? That's fraud. You know what I'm saying? This is fraud up under the government umbrella. I just feel that it's wrong. It's wrong on all levels. You got to think about the parent in this situation.
So this is urgent. David Hoggard, Tenants, it has come to our attention that some of you allegedly pay your rent via Cash App to Sherry Mahaya. Each of you have a legally binding lease that emphatically states that we only take debit credit cards. And for those of you that had been living there prior to February 1st, 2022, when we enacted our debit credit card only policy. We only accepted money orders February 1st, 2022. We completely did away with money orders and began to only accept debit and credit cards. And a memo was sent out to that effect. Therefore, for those of you that paid her via Cash App, please submit proof to me. Implore you to file charges against her as you still owe David J. Hoggard for the rent, and I will be reviewing ledgers and submitting requests for payments immediately.
I didn't even have a file. I didn't even
Now
have
you guys,
a portal, a Renters Cafe portal. So
when this statement was placed out, why wasn't there a course? Why wasn't come on with this statement put out? Why didn't it say we apologize because your information has been
breached. or your award.
I'm
the files have
you're
been taken out of the office. Anything, nothing. It was like under the rug. I'm really starting to think that. Seriously, I'm really starting to think.
Then we own it. Somebody in Global own it. I ain't gonna say who.
Somebody else on the blue.
So the blue one came after the purple one.
What date?
Rental payments. This was the October.
November 1st. I was.
Yeah, this was the end of October. Rental payments are to be done from the 1st to the 5th. Anything after the 5th is considered late. Late fees will apply. Effective November 1st, 2025, manual debit credit cards payments will no longer be accepted in the office.
Read that one more time, please.
Manual debit credit card payments will no longer be accepted in office. You think we trust you to put our information on file?
Again.
Get out of here.
Again.
If your rental payment is currently not an automatic payment, you need to come to the leasing office no later than the closing of business on October 31st, Friday, to get your account set up. Why would this was a global agent that robbed us? Why do you think we trust Global again?
But she can't do that. You have to have two forms of payment, whether it be that way or whether you bring it next week.
Yeah, it's supposed to be two and legal.
At least has to be two.
Legally.
Legally, it has to be two forms of payment.
So on the interview, Ms. Dora LeGrant,
She said
no letter never went out.
No letter never went out.
And she said that they provide two forms of payment.
That's not what it states. That's not what it states. I could read.
No. But no, she said on the podcast.
Oh,
that
false. Like helping people, false. Like $4,000 is only a few months.
The evidence reflect that they no longer accept manual if you don't put your credit card information.
We have to be set up on automatic payment, and our information has to be in your system. Mind you, you guys just got robbed for 2 modems with my information on your system.
Right.
So I would trust you to put my information on your system again for what reason exactly?
Right.
But I got something.
I'm still being evicted after my information was in your system, and I was with proof and everything. Again, an agent of yours you were negligent to watch over your agent. And because of that, you're going to pass the buck and say it was the tenants that were complicit. Even elderly blind tenants were complicit.
2 years, she didn't get a write-up. She didn't get a warning.
She did an excellent job.
She didn't.
In May,
2 years? She
in May of 2025, the assistant, which is Keisha.
She went through 2 assistants whilst I was here. Miss Yolanda and then Keisha.
So May of 2025, Miss Keisha texts Miss LeGrant and said that she changed the locks on the which this isn't her personal information. How is she changing locks on tenants' information's door?
Right.
This information was put to Miss LeGrant. She said she never noted. She said she never was aware. This was in May.
Brandy, read the assembly bill right there.
Now, the Assembly Bill number 121, Section 2 of this bill requires a landlord or his or her agent to provide a tenant at least one method of paying rent or any other fee or charge which does not require the tenant to, 1, pay any fee or charge for using the method, or 2, provide any information concerning a bank account of the tenant.
So all the way down to the very bottom. The meat of the situation is what it is. They have to what?
Landlord must offer at least one rent payment method with no fees and no bank info required of the tenant.
And what do that paper say from David J. Hoggard? They no longer
accept you to come in and manual pay with your debit or credit card. That you have to put your account information in there.
What's the time between that?
Right now?
No
one's in the office.
we can't even access our mailbox, which is federally.
I never had a mailbox key.
The time difference from the letters. What's the time difference from the letters?
So we don't have no dates on it. It said November 1st. This was the last. This rental payments are.
So all the stuff that's been going on for months, they just sending it out this month.
It's been going on for years.
2 years.
It's been going on for years, and now
they just started addressing it because we addressed the news. That's the truth.
Right. Exactly.
Outside of that, people are overwhelmed with paying rent and finding somewhere to have. People are overwhelmed.
So is there something like is there a system or something that could help the people that's being kicked out of jail, places they could go or somebody they could talk to?
No,
Is there
you want to take
anything-
your kids to Salvation Army? You guys are they're not giving us an access. They're not giving us an agency. They're not giving us assistance. They're not giving. They're not even pointing us in directions. Y'all get off my. We have the Miss Shaughnessy, Shanessa text her Miss Dora and stated that she had nowhere to go. Can she just get an extension? She said, I'm not accepting no money from you. I don't want you're not receiving no extensions. I just need you to get out and have a blessed day.
Like when she told me in order to stay, you needed to file a police report on Sherry. I filed a police report. I still get an eviction.
They're like no compassion. No compassion.
Let's talk about being complacent. Now, being complacent means that you was a part of it directly or indirectly. Now,
Facts. Miss LeGrand indirectly?
From what I'm understanding, that many people emailed her
Facts.
about people that was not supposed to be here.
Correct.
People
Including
that was
global
86
workers.
Got apartments. She have several emails.
Correct.
And we have copies of those emails.
Correct.
Just so they know, we have a lot of stuff. But
Right.
what I'm saying
is that not complicity?
Yeah, so if she actually done something, we never could have got this far.
Correct.
Exactly.
So is global not complicit? I'm confused.
I feel that they are out of line.
Now,
Oh,
Sherry.
this
Now
is a
the thing
family
is,
community.
Sherry robs the community and global, but her husband still works at a global community.
Makes no sense. Makes no sense.
But
None whatsoever.
you don't
we
think
got to go. We got
tenants
to
are
get out.
complicit,
And
but
we were
her husband
complicit.
isn't complicit.
We were complicit. I didn't pay with no food stamps. I didn't pay with no hat.
Not
no
at all.
fingernails
I got
paid
receipts.
cash.
Hello.
There you go.
I got receipts of my payments.
like
I
I said.
still got $7,700 due. Come on.
And I feel
Right is right and wrong is wrong.
I just hope and pray that by the end of this global, all those big VIP corporate,
Because
all of
powerful
that
people stick with powerful
feel
people.
what
That's a
we
fact.
feel.
No, powerful people stick with powerful
Feel
people.
what they feel.
Just go take her seat.
Thank you so much, my dear sister.
Is that Miss Miller?
Yes.
Miss Miller in the building.
Can we get applause?
You got a
Miss
simple
Miller?
name, it was
Miss
so
Miller,
easy.
Miss Miller, Miss Miller, Miss Miller.
Now somebody should have some lunch around there. No, we got some catfish and some French fries. Somebody, we got some lunch around
Some
there.
macaroni, man.
Oh man, ain't that something?
They come from food
Oh, I forgot they paid their rent with the food stamps, so we can't get no food. You know, no zoom zooms and wham whams.
Let's make mention one more time before we close, which is going to be the last one. Frank Hawkins, we're not against you. We know that
It's
you
hard to
hire
run a company. It's hard to run a company. It's hard to pick good people. So that my issue isn't with Frank. Like I said, I worked for Frank and Harry Reid. When I was going to be a whistleblower for Frank because there's things that are not done right. And my issue not with Frank. I don't believe in kicking my people.
we don't have no issue with Frank.
I
Frank tried
don't
to
believe
build
in
up the black
kicking my
community.
people. I don't.
Right. Okay, so we're going to close with give your name and information, sister.
Hi, my name is Linda Reed, and I'm standing here. I'm in this section for my mother. My mother was over here since 2018. She was in apartment 247. They stopped using the elevators for her to get down, so they asked for her if she wanted to move to the back, where she didn't like. They promised her an apartment for a whole year. She was packed up for a year to move. They never moved her. My mother passed away waiting to move.
Wow.
My condolences.
Thank
She passed away waiting to move. They cut the elevators. She couldn't move around. And so, again, it doesn't have nothing to do with the investors. It has something to do with the management.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And actually, we ain't targeting management, but you put us in a position where we don't have no choice.
You got us against you got our backs against the wall. Like, what are you expecting people to do when their family, their children? What are we supposed to do? Like, what you're doing isn't right. It's not legal. And instead of us, we've been enduring these conditions for years. We've been enduring the nasty
218.
conditions, the
Yes.
things going without. I just didn't have gas for 5 months with a 7-year-old. We've been enduring your conditions for years.
And the
However, but
appliances.
the
The appliances not working.
We've been enduring the conditions for years. Our issue wasn't to make a mess or even out anybody. But when you wrong us, how many times do you think we're supposed to just take it?
Well, we got documentations of all the units All what's been wrong with them over the course of the years. So hopefully, I know Dora say take your heart out of it. But
Put your heart in it.
But Frank, you got your heart in it. But again, you don't let the people that's supposed to handle it deal with it. It's a protocol
Yes.
for this situation.
Yes.
How do you say take your heart out of it when you're displacing 20 families? How could you not say,
The
how could you
community.
start your lecture by saying, oh, we're doing this to help people, but take your heart out of it? You know, compassion involves your heart.
Yes.
If you want to help low-income family because you just have the heart for the people, because you just
And y'all
wanna be
all go stand
compassionate and
behind
help
them.
people,
Stand
it's
behind them.
impossible for you to take your heart out of it.
Just go stand
I'm just saying, it's business for you, but it's personal. Can you really honestly
Just go
look
stand
into
behind
these children's face and these families that are innocent and displace them around this time and really feel like y'all ain't got nothing to say, y'all can't do anything, and you guys aren't complicit at all. You guys have it's just wrong.
No empathy.
No
For the
empathy.
child that's got to get up and go to school in the morning.
Like
It
what-
doesn't know, oh, well, Mom, is we going to sleep in the U-Haul tonight? Which way we going, Mama?
As y'all see, these people here, they need y'all help. They need y'all assistance. We here on the Vague Show, and we come to y'all live right in the neighborhood, right in the community. We show and care, and we help as many people as we can. And the people that we're trying to help are the people that has been here in this community, I mean, ever since they've been born. So if there's anybody out there that can come and support or help or do some things, we would love for you to do it. We're here on the Vague Show. We'd like to thank everybody for viewing in. Make sure you hit subscribe, hit like, and share. And my man Ishmael has one more thing he want to say.
And the people that we have here today actually paid rent and has been here for years, way before Sherry got here.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So we need to make mention of that. Like the people, and we don't have nothing against Sherry. Y'all do what y'all do with that situation. But these people have been paying rent and have been here for a long time. So
Yes.
no one here has been complicit, and they're still suffering under the regime for the situation that took place with the ex-manager.
Yes.
Today we close here, Vague Ringtone. We love y'all. Peace.
Bees here, creeping down Owens, you might see a couple fiends in ways what it seems here. But you can wake up in a dream here, or you can wake up in your dreams dead. Las Vegas Boulevard, I turn a broke man to rich. I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. It's that I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. It's some you slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. This I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. This I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. Meet me on 15th and Fremont at the market. Fish with the shrimp and the fries, can't find no parking. City of the bright lights is different after dark here. Take you to Container Park, maybe we can start there. Love for a city, I can swear I found my heart in. Raised in the desert, so the park was like the beach. Lorenzi on Sunday, grandma barbecued on weekends. Shopping in the rancho was just a swap meet.